Hey, what's up everyone? Aaron here, and thanks for coming by today's Facebook Live. Normally these are done on Tuesdays, and our team calls them the Tactical Tuesdays. If you don't know, most of the people on our team are prior law enforcement, military, so we've just kind of coined ourselves the Tactical Realtors, and that's what we kind of is our catchphrase for the Bowman Realty Group. Now, we usually do these videos on Tuesdays, or I should say I usually do these videos on Tuesdays, try to answer questions that my clients have. I try to put this stuff out there so you as a homeowner or home buyer will have most likely the same questions. So I like to get these out there so it kind of answers the questions, for you. So today we're going to be talking about commission and pricing. Is that what I have it titled as? Let me see here. Commission and payment. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, just want to show everybody my cool edition of my mugs, my coffee mugs. This one's obviously from me, and we got it this summer when we were up at the camper. And, I do apologize for this not being out there yesterday, but yesterday was really kind of busy. And as most of you know, I work real estate full-time. I have another job full-time, so I'm working 2 full-time jobs at the same time. And sometimes I have to do, longer shifts at my other job. So, I have to kind of get sleep where I can. So yesterday was kind of a busy day. But today, like I said, we're going to be talking about commission and payment. We're going to be looking at it from both the home seller and the buyer side. Buyer side's a little bit simpler. So we'll start with the home seller side first, because this is one of the 2 things that I always get asked when it comes to listing presentation. I'm sitting down with a homeowner who's looking to sell their home, and I'm going against other agents, or they have a lot of questions, and usually the 2 big questions are 1, communication, and 2, commission. So, and then usually marketing's in there, but usually their biggest concern is communication and the commission, because most of the people that we work with on the team are either expired listings, so their home was on the market with another agency and it didn't sell. A for sale by owner, they're listing it for themselves, but they kind of want the benefits of working with an agent also without possibly having to pay the commission. And then 3 is we work with probates. So when a home has been on the market, it didn't sell, we sit down with the homeowner and we say, hey, listen, this is how we do things differently. You hear that a lot, it's a little cliche, but we actually do things differently than everybody else. We have a different marketing strategy. We have marketing that's very aggressive for real estate in order to get property sold. We are not the type of broker or the type of team that just takes a property, throws it up on the MLS and hope that it sells. So when it comes to commission is completely negotiable. Don't let anybody ever tell you that it has set at 6%, and that's exactly what we have to get every time. That's hogwash or BS, depending on how you want to look at it. There is a couple different types of brokerages out there. So one being a flat fee listing, where you're going to pay a flat fee, $400 to $500, let's say. The agent will take your description of the property, your photos, slap it up on the MLS, and you pay them $400 or $500, and that's the last time you hear from them. All the phone calls go to you, but when you put it on the MLS, at least in Connecticut, it'll get pushed out to Trulia, Zillow, and Realtor.com. Now, one step above that is your discounted broker. They're going to put your property on the MLS. They're going to put a sign out in front of your house. I highly doubt they're going to do any marketing, and they're just going to hope that somebody comes in and buys it. And they like to discount their services because it feels like they can probably get a few more listings that way. So when they discount it, they're looking at maybe 4%, 3%, somewhere around there, maybe 4.5%. But again, just kind of keep in mind what you're getting for your commission, or what you're getting for paying this commission. Now, with myself and my team, we do 6% and up usually, and I can justify the reasons why. So when I sit down with a homeowner, I'll say, hey, listen, this is what you could do. You can list it with a flat fee listing service. If you want to take the calls and set up the showings, you can list it with a discount broker. And I show them kind of what a discount broker does. And I say, okay, and here's now what we do. Here's our 89-point marketing plan. Here's our guarantee that if we don't call you on a Tuesday, you can us the next day if you want to. And here's what our marketing looks like, and here's some of the results from our marketing. And I show them exactly the ads that I run on Facebook and the amount of clicks or interactions I get, not just impressions. Because impressions mean it's just showing up on a Facebook feed, where you want the actual engagement or likes or clicks or what have you to generate those leads, or how many leads that have come in and what price we're paying for the leads. Now, I charge the 6% because we do a lot of our own photography. We do our own videography, we do our own drone footage, we do all of our own marketing, and that way there we can make sure it's getting done right and it's getting done, as opposed to putting it to a third party. Now, one of the other things too that we have is our 89-point marketing plan. So I can show a client or a homeowner when I sit with them, hey, listen, this is what you're getting with us. This is what you're getting with the people right below us, the discount brokers. This is what you're getting with your flat fee listing. Now, if commission is that big of a deal for you and it's that huge, if you don't want to pay that 6%, I'll show them, hey, out of my package and what we do, what don't you want us to do? And we'll discount the price, but you're going to be losing out on something. So I can show you where there's value to paying the 6%. Now, with that in mind, when you go to speak to other agents, other realtors, other brokers, what have you, if you have another team come in and it's 2 agents you're talking to, find out what you're getting for that 6%. Don't just take their word for it. Tell them you want to see it in black and white, pamphlets, whatever they've got to show you. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, that 6% doesn't necessarily go like, let me backtrack for a second. So there's been times I've gotten paid 7% for a listing, and that was because the homeowners were out of state. I ended up taking care of their property for them. So I went over there and mowed it, or I had somebody come out and mow it for me. That way there, I knew the property was being maintained and taken care of. I was doing walkthroughs, so instead of just putting a sign up in the yard and not seeing it again until closing, they knew that somebody was going out of their way to take care of their property and to service them and take care of their needs, because that was one of their concerns is, hey, this property is vacant. We don't want anybody, wrecking it. If we, and it was even their discussion, if we pay, it was even their decision, I should say, if we pay you an extra 1%, do you think you can do X, Y, and Z? And I said, absolutely, I can do that for you. It doesn't take me that much more time to schedule those things or to go over and do it myself, especially if it's locally within the Hartford or Talent County. It's easy for me to get to. So just keep that in mind. You want to make sure you know what you're getting for your commission. Now, let's see where I want to go next. So I guess we'll talk about the buyer's side. So the buyer's side, it's a lot easier. You don't really have to worry too much about commission because that's getting paid from the seller. Oh, that's where I was going with this. So that gets paid from the seller. So when you're paying that 4%, 5%, 6%, what have you, keep in mind that whole percent of that, let's just say for lack of a better example, that $10,000 in commission, that isn't all going to that agent or your listing agent. That's going to be going to probably a buyer's agent who's bringing in a buyer for your property. Now, it's great if I can generate a lead and work that lead, but most of the time people are already working with other agents anyways. But if they're not, and I can bring them in and get that full 6% and work as a dual agent, that's great, but that information has to be disclosed. Now, I don't work with a lot of buyers. I'll be the first one to tell you that. I work primarily with sellers because I like the marketing aspect. I like the, being able to do the Facebook marketing, the social media marketing, the videos, editing, all that stuff. I like doing that stuff in order to get those leads coming in. It's something I'm good at. So I kind of just stick with what I'm good at, and I'll pass something else off on the team to somebody else who might be better with a buyer. So what'll happen is you'll put the property on the market, or I'll put the property on the market, start the advertising. Somebody will see the ad, click the ad, say, hey, yeah, I'm working with a realtor. I say, great, have your realtor reach out to me, or what's your realtor's information? I'll reach out to them. I get a hold of them, set up the showing. They like the property. Let's say they submit an offer. Now, out of that 6%, 3% of that is going to the other agent. So let's just say for, make it simple, it's $10,000 in commission total. I would be getting 5 would be going to the other agent. Now, out of that 5, my broker would be taking a piece. I'd be paying for some of the advertising, and whatever's left over is what I'd be getting. So you can see with all the work that myself and the team put into it, we want to make sure that we're showing you value so you're comfortable with paying the 6%, and or 7 or 8, whatever it works out to be. So just keep that in mind when you're selling your home. As a buyer, you don't really have to worry about too much of it because that's already getting paid through the homeowner or the person selling the property. So that's pretty much how the commission and payment works. It's really not as integral as some people think. I guess that's what I'm looking for. But sorry, I got this new light over here. I'm trying on. It's like really blinding me right now. But it's a little dark in the house. It's cloudy out today. So I thought I'd try it out, but it is kind of like very bright. But that's pretty much how commission and stuff works. Now, I usually say this in the beginning of the video. I'm sorry I didn't, but if you would just click down below or down below in the comment section, give us a like, share this video if you would. We really appreciate it. Let us know where you're watching it from, because we have people from the US all the way over to Europe watching these videos on occasion, because it is Facebook, it is the World Wide Web, so it's everywhere. And if you are on YouTube watching this, because usually I upload these videos after they're done on Facebook Live, Let us know what you think of the content, if there's something else you'd like to see. And if you're on YouTube, check out the Facebook page. And if you're on Facebook, please check out the YouTube page. Give us a like. We really appreciate it. And make sure you hit the bell button when you're on Facebook when you're on YouTube, because that will let you know and give you notifications of when we update new content, whether it's a behind the scenes, what to expect during a showing, something real estate related, or you can check out the personal vlog that we have going on, which I haven't updated in a while. But yeah, you can see kind of what it's like to be a realtor for a day if you wanted to, I guess, with kids and everything else. So outside of that, I want to give you some updates on what's going on. Right now, we're running a contest for October up until the 31st. It is our Halloween contest. So the rules are pretty simple. You have to, let me see if I remember correctly. I think you have to like the page. You have to post a photo from a previous Halloween, and maybe it's your kids, maybe it's decorations that you had out front, maybe it's a spooky house in the neighborhood. So you have to like, share, post, and then the person that posts a photo and that gets the most likes out of all the different photos that are posted is going to win a $100 gift card to the store of their choice. So it can be a $100 Visa card, or if you want a $100 Old Navy, not this is sponsored by Old Navy or anything, but an Old Navy card, or what have you, let me know and we'll get that done. So hopefully we get some good entries. I can't wait to see the photos that people are going to be putting up there. And then come November, so starting after the 31st, come November 1st, I believe for the first 2 weeks in November, we're going to run a contest because Thanksgiving, I think, is the third week this year. I think, or maybe it's always the third week, but we're going to run a Thanksgiving contest. So what we want to see is we want to see photos from your previous Thanksgivings, whether it's from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, what have you. Maybe it was last year. Show us one of your photos. Share, like, and comment if you could. And then the one that has the most likes, again, will be winning a full Thanksgiving dinner on the Bowman Realty Group. We'll give you everything from the turkey right down to the stuffing, the sides, the pies, and probably even a bottle of wine to go with it if you're over the age of 21. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. If you check the Facebook page is the page Aaron Bowman Realtor, which I think I might be changing the name to Bowman Realty Group. Anyways, you will be seeing that post coming up, so make sure you keep an eye out for it, and we hope to see all your entries. It might change. It might not be necessarily you have to put a picture, but it might be you have to like the post, share the post, and comment on the post. So it might be a picture or a question or a poll of, why do you like Thanksgiving so much, or what's your favorite part about Thanksgiving? We really haven't figured that out yet, but we'll have it ready to go for November 1st. So thanks you guys for watching the video. We're in about almost 13 minutes now, so I want to cut this off. I don't want to keep it too much longer, and because Morgan's starting to climb the table. So thanks guys for watching. Hope to see you guys next week, next Tuesday. I promise I will be on. And if you have any questions, as always, reach out to me on Messenger. You can shoot me a text at 860-333-1843, or shoot me an email at Aaron B, that's AARON, B as in Bravo, at Maz Real Estate, or MazHomes.com, rather, MazHomes.com. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next Tuesday.